All right, friends, today we're gonna start a project using the alphabet and creating texture with oil pastels and paints. To start using pencil, I want you to write your name on the back of your paper. The back side of your paper is the side that doesn't have the boxes. So write your name first and then flip it over so that the side with the boxes is facing you. So to start, we have to put our alphabet in these boxes, and what we're going to do is we're going to use uppercase letters and put one letter per box. Now, if you're nervous and are nervous about using Sharpie because it's permanent, you could always start in pencil first. So what you could do is you could do pencil lines and then trace with your Sharpie. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Your first box is going to get an uppercase A. And to make that, you do straight lines up. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna trace with your Sharpie, working nice and slow. Go right over the lines that you already made. If you are okay with using just the Sharpie, you could also do that as well. So working very slowly, what we're gonna do, uppercase only, is we're gonna put the alphabet in each box. So after A, you have B. Notice how my B is filling up the entire box. It's also not going outside of the box. Then we have C. First row is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Start your next row with H. Row 2 is H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Next row starts with O. For the last row, what I would like you to do is this first box, you're gonna skip it. Don't put anything in this box. So U, skip, then V. I held my hand right here just to make sure I skip that box. W, X, Y, and Z. So for your bottom row, you have a blank space here and a blank space here. You get to put designs here when we're all finished. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our oil pastels. And now oil pastels are like a fancy crayon, except for they're a little bit softer. So what's nice about these oil pastels is they have a bright, bold color, but if you do touch the oil pastel on your paper, it may smudge a little bit. You'll notice in your container, they're all organized by color. So when you're done with one color, make sure you put it back into the correct area. What you're gonna do with the oil pastels is you're gonna add your colors in around your letters, and you can use any type of line or shape that you'd like. You also could do patterns if you like as well too. So what you're gonna do to start is you're gonna pick some type of design and you're gonna add it in around your letter. Be sure you don't cover up the letter because we still want to make sure that we can see it. So you're gonna go ahead through. I'll let this part fast forward so you can see what it looks like when it's done. In your bottom two empty boxes, you get to pick any design you want, any color you want to put into those end boxes. As one last final step, what I'd like you to do is take your black oil pastel and go back over your alphabet letters. So where you put the Sharpie. So I'm just going back over all of my letters. This will be so that you can see them better. So I'll let this part fast forward as well, just as I trace. Perfect. Double check to make sure you can read all of your letters, and this first part is all set. For one last and final part, we're going to be adding our tempera cakes to our painting. And the way you use these paints is they need a little bit of water to wake them up. What we don't want is we don't want puddles though. So on your paper, what you're going to do is you're going to pick one color to paint on each box. So what I'm going to do is get my paint wet. I'm going to pick a color, and then I'm going to start painting. The easiest way to do this, instead of switching colors every single box, is to paint all of the boxes you want that color all at one time. So for example, I'm going to paint all of my orange striped boxes with orange paint. So what I'm going to do is paint all of those sections first so that every time I don't have to change my color. Notice how I'm staying inside of the box and I'm having a good hair day with my paintbrush. I'm going to continue with my orange because I know where I want it on my painting. What's nice about the paint and the oil pastels is you can see the oil pastels shining through where you've painted. So I'm going to let this part fast forward. I'm going to do all of my oranges first. There we go, so my orange is done. I know that I don't want orange in any other boxes, so now I'm gonna clean out my brush and switch colors. What you're gonna do is you're gonna fill up every box with a different color. You don't have to do a pattern like mine, but fill up every single box with any design you like. Perfect, so as my last and final step, I'm gonna double check to make sure that there are no white spots in my boxes. So for example, right here, I missed a white spot and up here I missed a white spot. So I'm just gonna do those touch-ups now and fix those. If you'd also like to do a pattern around your border using your black paint, you could also do that. So for what I'm going to do for mine is I'm going to just do dots along my border. You don't have to do this part, but if you'd like to do some type of pattern with the black, you can. So I'll let this fast forward. When I get done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into the drying rack so it is dry for next class. Perfect, so it's all done. I'm gonna bring it right to the drying rack.